This is the brand new Garmin D2 Mark 1 pilot watch. Now normally at the start of a new tech video I'd do an unboxing, but I've actually already unboxed this on TikTok. Yes, the biggest surprise that you're going to take away from this video is there is a man in his mid-40s in Australia who has a TikTok account. Now lots of you have been asking, can I use this watch with full flight, or do I have to have Garmin Pilot in order to use it? Well, I'll be answering those questions and many more as I take this for a full flight test today at the airport. Why does someone always start up when I'm Morning. Now before getting started and before you go flying, if you want to get the most out of this watch, you do need to download one app. It's a free app and that's Garmin Connect. That's what allows you to configure all the settings on your watch. You can set up your home airport. That gives you the weather information or the METARS information that comes through to the watch. It connects to your watch via Bluetooth. I haven't had any problems with the connectivity, and you can connect more than one device at once. So actually, I've been very lucky to test a couple of Garmin watches recently. Both of these are connected to the same one Garmin Connect app on my iPhone. Shannon, you know, every time I do a Garmin watch video, you're always like in the plane with me at the same time. We've got this thing going on.
We've got to keep it going.
We've got to keep it going, yeah. Shannon runs BASE Aviation down here. BASE is taking me out on this flight today, so thank you very much.
No worries.
Do you offer other services apart from just taking YouTubers up when they want to do watch reviews?
It's only watch reviews,
It's only watch reviews. It's very niche.
Do RPL through to CPL, as well as instrument flight training, instructor training, and night VFR training approvals.
I always say, do your research, make your own decision. I'm never going to tell you who to fly with, but I've known Shannon a long time. We've been friends for a long time. And if you want a flight school to talk to Shannon.
Absolutely.
Mention my name, she'll give you a massive discount as well. The first cool thing when you're setting the watch up on the ground is with the altimeter. You see the QNH down here, 1019 hectopascals at the moment. That's automatically set, so you don't need to do that yourself. And that's set because of the weather information it's pulling through, so it gets that from the METAR. You've also got other bits of info here, things like your frequencies. If you don't have your iPad handy, you can quickly pull these up. These little yellow and green numbers show you the wind direction, so it actually shows you which runway would be preferred. You can use the buttons on the side as well to navigate. So you can see I go through each of the different options here, just using the up and down buttons. But if you want, and it's actually a little bit more intuitive using it on your wrist, you can use the touch screen as well. So you do have the two options. I think there is also a way to disable the touch screen. I haven't discovered how to yet, but I've read that you can. Wow, Tech Reviewer of the Year. I think you can do it. I've read it somewhere.
Oh dear.
So just waiting for this part of Navy in front of us to take off. The one thing we should find is on the watch, when we take off, it's set to automatically track the flight itself, and you can set that to different tolerances. I've got this set to 500 feet per minute, so as long as we can hit that, Shannon. I know it's an SR20,
no pressure.
Not an SR22, but as long as we can hit that, this should automatically start tracking.
Hotel Quebec, clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, Hotel Quebec, Quebec.
Come on, watch. There we go. Okay, this is me again. I've had this for 2 weeks and I've been playing with it, but this is the proper first flight test. So yes, it did automatically go off. It does take, it's about a minute, a sort of minute after takeoff, but I guess it's calibrating itself, making sure that we are actually taking off. So now we have the flight display on the watch, and it gives us some basic information, the track at the top, the ground speed, solid 110. It's not bad, Shannon. And you can swipe through these different screens now as well, which is pretty cool. We've got the nearest airport function as well, which I'll talk about in a second because we'll talk about navigation. The moving map, which is pretty cool. Moving map zoomed out. Apparently we're in Australia, Shannon, which is pretty, I know. So the question about do you need Garmin Pilot to use this watch, the answer is no, you don't. Now I use Garmin Pilot, so I do have it integrated, but in this instance I don't have my iPad with me, it's not Bluetooth. So everything you're seeing here is not, you don't require Garmin Pilot to use this. So you can see on this screen, this is kind of your navigation screen. There's no navigation information. Now, if this was integrated with Garmin Pilot, you would then see your magenta line if you had a GPS track loaded in something like your GTN 650 or 750. However, what it will still do is you can do, if I go to nearest and go OK, and go to nearest airports, then you can still pull up information. So obviously Moorabbin is our nearest airport because we were just there. So when you plugged in your nearest airport, then you can see from Moorabbin, obviously that's a northerly direction. We're heading southerly, kind of sort of southwest at the moment, so that concurs. So you can still use the nearest airport function on the watch, even though you don't have it integrated with Garmin Pilot on your iPad.
And Foxtrot Oscar Whiskey, able to give us sort of appreciation of the base of the cloud, thanks.
Should we do the pulse ox test?
I'm really skeptical.
There we go, 96%. I'm officially alive,
It
Shannon. I'm
worked.
officially alive. I wear my watch quite loose. I quite like it quite loose. If it's loose to your wrist, it's not going to work as well. So just a bit of a tip. If you are using this watch and you're going to wear it loose, you might just need to hold it to your wrist if you want to get your pulse ox setting. But there you go, 96%. That's not too bad. I'm happy that worked. And the other stuff when you're in flight, which is going to be really useful, is you can get, I like this one. This is sunrise, sunset. This is all based on nearest airport as well.
Oh, it
so
even has like civil and actual.
and civil twilight, yeah, so
I
you've got all that on
appreciate
there. Alternative time zones as well. I've obviously just got Moorabbin set up on here, but if you are flying internationally, crossing time zones, you can put all those different time zones in this watch as well. Now the altimeter, I just want to see how accurate that is. We've got 1, 8, 10 on here at the moment, and on Shannon's PFD we've got 1760 with a QH of 1019. So look, you're not going to use this as a primary altimeter for determining exactly how high up you are. You're obviously not going to read this back to ATC, but as a backup, there's also a barometer on here as well, so you can see what the pressure settings are. Also a trend line at the bottom here, which is quite useful, so you can see if the pressure is increasing or decreasing. There is a compass on here as well, which is pretty nice. And then of course, and I'm not going to go into it in this video, but there's all the exercise functions on here as well. So things like your step count, if you're a runner like me, if you like cycling, whatever it is, every sport under the sun is on this Garmin watch, and there's a lot of things you can track on this watch too. So that's all included in the watch as well. Auto logging, altimeter, navigation direct to pulse ox. Oh, moving map. If you want to access the moving map, you just click on the main screen or the main start button like you're going to log a flight. You click on map, and then you have a full I can't hold it still. There we go. Fully interactive moving map as well, so you can zoom in and out. So yes, there's an absolute backup. You can see the moving map on here. Obviously you've got your primary avionics, that's what you're using for the flight itself, but as a kind of nice to have, maybe for passengers as well, if someone is flying with you and they are wearing a watch like this. But also what is cool is if you can get a good GPS signal when you're flying commercially, then on a commercial flight as well, you can see exactly where you are on the watch, zoom in and out.
Moorabbin Tower, good morning. Sirius Hotel, Quebec, overhead Garmin 1500, inbound with Romeo.
Hotel Quebec, Moorabbin Tower, doing a week downwind runway 13 right.
Quebec, downwind 13 right, Hotel, Quebec.
There's a couple of other features I want to mention about this, but I'll do that down on the ground. I'll let Shannon know. Thanks for flying with me again.
That's okay.
It's a dumb thing to say, but God, I like flying.
Queensland, Hotel, Quebec.
Okay, back down on the ground. Yeah, a few other things this watch does as well, not necessarily related to flying itself, but you can get all your notifications on your watch as well. One big thing I'd recommend is do set up a focus. You know, those focus settings if you use iOS. Set up a flying one so you don't get all the notifications on your watch when you're actually out there flying. It can be quite distracting. This does come with 2 watch straps, a titanium watch and a leather one, but whichever one you choose, you still get the silicone watch strap as well in the box. And I'd just say if you're exercising with this, it's a bit heavier with the titanium band on. So if you put the silicone band on, you can use this as an exercising watch as well. And you can set up Spotify, Deezer, music players like that on here, and you can play music from your watch to your Bluetooth headset when you're running as well. All right, so important question then, who is this watch for? Who do I think should buy this watch? Well, I've said this before about technology on this channel. If you're just starting out, if you're learning to fly, if you're a student pilot, don't spend your money on technology, spend your money on fuel, spend your money on flying lessons. But if you are a pilot, be it private or commercial, you are really into your aviation, or if you're just looking for a good smartwatch, honestly, and I'm not just saying this, I've worn this for the last 2 weeks. This is officially the best watch I've ever owned. Still undecided, I made this video about the Garmin D2 Air X10. It's an entry-level pilot's watch. It might be more what you're looking for. Otherwise, thank you to Garmin for sending me the Mach 1. Thanks to Shannon from BASE Aviation for taking me flying. And thanks to you for watching. I'll see you in the next video.